Hi, welcome to Sam's vlog. We're in Tokyo right now and we are going back to the hotel. Love you all, see you later.
Let's go. That's what we always say, let's go.
Let's go.
A bit quiet.
Let's go.
Kind words.
Just need to press stop with his nose and then we're done. He's not even filming, he's just taking a mickey.
He is.
He's not filming.
Hi and welcome back to my booktube channel. My name is Sam and today I am travelling again, as you can see by the title. Any guesses on where I might be? I'm in Japan again, specifically Osaka, and I'm very excited. I have been to Japan before. You can watch my other videos if you scroll down my channel a little bit. But when we got to Osaka that time, we didn't really spend much time here because we were about to go home. We only had like a day and it was like boiling hot and we were like, let's just stay in the hotel. And yeah, so we didn't really see much. So I really wanted to come back and now I'm back and I feel like I'm at home. I just love Japan. There's something about it that just makes you feel so like, it's just, you feel so unjudged. You feel like you're just accepted. It's such a beautiful place and I'm so excited to be back and to share my adventure again with you. We're going to be exploring a lot of Osaka, but we're also going to be traveling out on some day trips as well. We're going back to Tokyo for a day because I'm with my brother this time. So I've got my mum and my brother here and my brother's never been to Japan, so we thought we'd take him to Tokyo for the day and we're also going to do a Mount Fuji trip. But other than that, there's not too much repetition. We did go to Dotonbori last time, but again, it was like right in the morning. We didn't see anything, so we're going to do that this afternoon. But yeah, I'm rambling. I'm so excited to share this adventure with you. This is currently day one. We are planning to go to the Umeda Sky Building, the Osaka Castle and the Dotonbori. We're trying to take it chill because we had like a 25-hour travel day yesterday because we had a, 10-11 hour trip from England to Beijing, and then we had a stopover, and then we had Beijing to Osaka, and it was just like, but we are here now and I'm very excited. We're staying in the Ibis Hotel, which is quite good. I quite like it. The breakfast we just had, it was kind of unimpressive, but I mean, there's food out there. I'm more excited to eat the food in Osaka than I am in the Ibis Hotel, so I just had a few bits to keep me going. But yeah, I'm very excited to be here again. I can't wait to share it with you. So yeah, the first stop is going to be the Umeda Sky Building, which will be really nice for some views. I always love seeing things from high up. I also will be going to the bookshops I went to last time. I'm very excited to visit my familiar haunts. My aims are to get the Before the Coffee Gets Cold editions, Japanese editions, because I have the first one and the fifth one, but I want all the ones in between as well. And I also would really like to find the Battle Royale in the Japanese edition if they have it. I've got my whole thing prepared. I'm like, Koko wa doko desu ka? And then I'm just going to show them the picture. I'm like, where's this? Hopefully they can help with that. But that's my favourite Japanese book, so if I could get a Japanese edition of that, I'd be very happy. But I would also really like Before the Coffee Gets Cold, because that's my second favourite. But yeah, I'm rambling now. Let's go to the Umeda Sky Building and see some views. Let's go. So the first place we went to was the Umeda Sky Building, which is very popular for its glass escalators and obviously its views. The escalators, maybe a bit overhyped. You can't really see that much when you're on them, to be honest with you, but the views from the top, because we had a clear day, were beautiful. You could see the entire city. Because it's so out of the way, you don't really see that many noticeable landmarks like the castle or anything, but you still get a good sense of how big the city is, and it's gorgeous. You can see the mountains in the background, the rivers. It's really good. I definitely recommend Umeda Sky Building. Okay, so we're at the top of the Umeda Sky Building. It's very pretty, it's very hot, and it's very ooh, but there's a floor beneath, so we're not going to fall straight off. Yeah, there's beautiful Osaka behind me, and then if I go that way, you can see the inside of the building. It's very cool. Wearing the sunglasses because it's so bright I can't open my eyes. I don't know who these people are. from wherever this is. So I've got one of these balls and I'm going to open it, hoping for the castle or any of the food. I don't want the weird little girl. Have a look before we. Can you see what it is?
Not really.
What is it? Oh, it's one of the little, it's the octopus balls. And now we are at Osaka Castle. Let's go have a look. My mum just said, wow, the castle's a lot smaller than she expected. That's not the castle. You gonna say anything?
I thought you'd take the photo. Bye.
Okay, we're now at Osaka Castle and we're getting towards the inside bit, and I love this. It's all leaves all the way up the wall, and the walls are so big in person. They're so cool. I love it. Dotonbori. And then we spent the rest of our day at Dotonbori and we just went around all the food stops. We had loads of really nice food. We just tried a bit of everything between us, and we had a lot of octopus balls because they were our favourite. So we went back to the restaurant twice, once at the start and then at the end. But before we went back, we went for some more because they're just so good. But yeah, Dotonbori was really cool. I think I call it Dotonbori in this video. I'm mixing it up with the food. Sorry about that. But Dotonbori was very cool. I really enjoyed it. It's probably my favourite part of Osaka just because I'm a shopaholic and I also really like food. So there we go. And also, yeah, it was pretty. I liked it at night time as well when you see all the lights and the signs. And there was like, oh, it was just so detailed, so artistic as well because there's so many different signs and sculptures and it's just so beautiful. They were so good that we've come for more. And of course, we ended the day properly at two bookshops that I absolutely loved going to last time, so we went to again. And when I say we, I mean I was by myself. My mum and brother went to Starbucks and waited for me for about an hour. I've been looking for ages for these. So that is the end of day one in Osaka. It was absolutely fun. We did a lot of walking. We've been out for hours. Just for a recap, we did the Umeda Sky Building. Really loved the views up there. It was really good. And we managed to catch it before it got busy. So as we were leaving, we saw the massive queue and we're like, oh, yep, we came at the right time. The second place we went to was Osaka Castle. Really beautiful from the outside. A little bit disappointed about the inside because it wasn't like authentic. It was like rebuilt and it was just a museum inside. It had some really cool artifacts like samurai swords and samurai outfits, which were really cool. But other than that, I was kind of a little disappointed that it wasn't like the Hiroshima castle we went into, which was also rebuilt, but they kept it authentic inside. So just comparing the two, I think Hiroshima castle was a lot nicer. And the view platform at the top was rammed, which I know they can't help, but it was rammed and you could hardly like get a spot to like look out. I feel like maybe they should moderate how many people can go out at a time. Then the last place we went to was Dotonbori, which was the shopping district, and that was really fun. We spent a lot of time there. We tried all the different foods. We tried the octopus balls. I didn't feel myself eating too much because I don't like doing that, but we tried the octopus balls. We liked it so much we went back again and got the same platter again. We tried the tempura shrimp. We tried some rice paste stick thing. We tried a lot of things. Those sugar candy things on the stick. But yeah, and then to end the day we went to the bookshops, which you would have seen. I'm not going to do this every day, but I just want to show you what I bought today because I bought a lot of cool books. So if you don't want to see this, skip ahead. The first one's a book, so if you want to skip past these, just double press probably twice. I'm not going to talk about them, I'm just going to show the covers. So the first one I got was this one, which is a Japanese book. Don't know what the translated title is, but I just thought this cover art was absolutely beautiful and I want that on my shelf. Then I got the remaining Before the Coffee Gets Cold in Japanese because I have the first and the fifth one. I don't have any of the other ones, so I want to complete my collection. Then I also got a coming of age book called How Do You Live, which is a really beautiful cover again. I got the fourth volume of Spy Family, which isn't out in England yet. Then I got the Night of Baba Yaga, which is a woman getting kidnapped by the Yakuza and has to like look after the daughter, but she's like really bloodthirsty or something. Then I got I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, which is about a boy finding his classmate's diary. She finds out she's dying and no one else knows. Then I got The Summer Hikaru Died, and this is a manga I really like, and there's a book spin-off or adaptation, I'm not sure which one it is, but I'm excited to dive into that one. And then the last one I got is this one, which is called Astrolabe Rebirth, and it's about a robo-apocalypse and two boys finding love, so it's going to be really cool. And then the last few things I want to show you is just the little temple thing I got from one of the gacha machines and the little balls. Oh, and I also got a samurai, which is really cool. And I also got this little baby fish man. He's like a little koi. Oh, I've dropped it. It was a little koi fish, and there was like a whole little collection of them, and they were so funny. I wanted one. I really wanted either this one that is like stone, and it's on its knees, or the one with the six-pack, because I thought they were cool. My brother wanted that one, but I ended up with the little baby, which I'm happy with. But if I see this again, I might get another one because they're just so funny. And then I also won a little octopus ball and a little octopus thing. It took me 3 goes on one of those little claw machines, and I managed to knock them out both at the same time. I was mainly trying to get the squid because it was already on the edge, but then I ended up knocking this off as well. I was very excited. Okay, welcome to day 2. Today we are, well, I say we are, I've already done it. I forgot to film the intro. We're going to the Tsutenkaku Tower. We're going to the Kuromon Ichiba market, which is like a food market, and we're going to see a sumo show, and then probably go to Dotonbori again for some more food. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. Let's get into the video. Let's go. So before we went to the tower, we stopped off at this small temple. It was an in-use temple, so it was still actively being used. It was a cemetery as well, and it was popular because it had so-called Buddhas made out of human bones. Now, we couldn't find these, but the temple itself was very beautiful. There was incense burning, candles burning, and it was a very somber place, obviously, with the big graveyard. But it was interesting to see this side of Japan, and yeah. Okay, as for the tower itself, I came out with mixed feelings. Like, the views that you got from the top were absolutely stunning. It's in a very central location, so you can see a lot of key landmarks such as the Osaka castle and Dotonbori and all sorts of different areas of the city. It's perfect for views, perfect for some good photos. However, the actual building itself, the build up to the views and stuff, it's so overstimulating. I did not like it. Every surface is painted a different colour with murals and pictures. There's shells full of random crap. There's disco balls going. There's statues everywhere. There's picture opportunities of random train scenes. And there's a random museum as you're going back out full of random stuff like Running Man pictures, food, anime figures. It was a lot, and it was very overstimulating. So the views were great, but as for the rest of it, I couldn't get out of there quick enough. Then we headed over to the Kuromon food market, and it's full of all different kind of seafood and different meats and ramen, and there were even some burgers. I had this octopus leg, and it was so chewy, and it was actually really nice, really warm. But when it got cold, it was kind of yeah. But it was a really interesting place, and it felt very kind of on top of each other, ramshackle, but in a good way. I liked it. And then one of the last things we did today was go and see a sumo show. Now, it was more of an experience than a direct show competition. It explained the history of sumo wrestlers and how the matches worked and the different moves that were allowed, and then you saw some kind of actual in real-time matches between the sumos here. It was very interesting. I went in kind of not expecting much, but I came out really enjoying it, and I even got a picture with the sumos, which is very cool.
Okay, today, make some noise. Completely
日は平手さんにお越しいただき誠にありがとうございます。
Thank you for coming today.
On to day 3 of the Japan trip. I'm definitely not filming this after the fact, but today we booked a coach trip to go and see a bit of the countryside, and we saw some more of the kind of traditional side of Japan, and it was really cool. I highly recommend like getting day trips if you're going to these kind of places, because it just makes everything easy. You see bits that you probably wouldn't have seen otherwise. Your transport is all pre-arranged. Like, it's all well enough if you want to make your own way to these places, but for a lazy person, bus trips are very easy. So in this one, the main thing that it was advertised to take you to was a place called Aminohashidate, and it's basically this kind of strip of land that reaches across there's kind of a big lake, and there's this strip of land that weaves its way between the two shores and connects them, and it's like a really unique kind of bit of nature. So that was the main draw of the trip. But we started off in a small kind of traditional fishing village called Ine, and you go on a boat across the river, and they show you all the different villages like are all nestled at the bottom of all these mountains, and all the traditional architecture of them, and the fishing boats and stuff. And it was really interesting. It was a really nice day as well. It wasn't too cold, it wasn't too warm, and you got the sea breeze on your face as well. And the thing about the boat was, one of the parts of it is that it's surrounded by seagulls. They obviously become so trained that tourists feed them that they just don't leave you alone. So the entire boat ride, the boat is just surrounded by hundreds of seagulls. Now, where I'm from in England, we consider seagulls kind of vermin. Maybe not everywhere, but where I'm from, they're everywhere. They're assholes. They poo on you. They steal your food. They're just jerks. But it was kind of a culture shock almost to be on this boat, and everyone's like, oh my god, look at the birds. They're so cute. Let's feed them. And they're buying crisps to feed the birds. And we're just like, yeah, you wouldn't do this in England. Like, this is really weird. But by the end of it, we were like, oh no, fair enough. They're actually quite nice in Japan compared to England. They're not assholes. So we went to Ine and saw the traditional villages. Then we went to the Amanohashidate place, and there was like a chairlift, and it was kind of like a ski one where there's no seatbelt and you just kind of plonk yourself on the seat and then hope for the best. It was fine going up because it felt kind of low down to the ground, but going down, I don't know what kind of perspective was going on there, but it felt so much higher when you were going down. Like you were like, oh my god, the floor is like nowhere near us. What? So it's kind of scary going down, to be fair. Aminohashidate was really cool. I really like seeing that unique formation of the land. I got an A in geography, GCSE geography. So that was kind of like piqued my interest, and I was like, this is kind of cool. This is really pretty. It was stunning views as well, like the mountains, and you just saw so much as well. It's so pretty. And then the last place we went to was Miami. I can't remember if that was the name of it. I didn't look before I filmed this. I think it was Miyama, Miami. And it was another traditional village, but it's one where all the houses have like thatched roofs and were like traditionally made. And there were like, it was still actively people living in there. So yeah, it was really cool. I really liked it. Very cool. Very cool and old. It's backwards. It's so pretty. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's now day 4 and we are on our way to Kyoto for the day. We are going to go to the new Team Lamps Planet because my mum's obsessed with those. I'm not the biggest fan. They can be pretty, but I'm not that fussed, but my mum's obsessed with them. And then we're going to go to the bookshop that I really like there. Then we're going to go to Kizimadera. Is that the name of the temple with the hillside view? And then we're thinking we'll go to the bamboo forest in Arishiyama and see it at night time this time. But yeah, that is the plan for today. Hopefully it's good. Let's get into the day. Hopefully it's good. Fingers crossed. Let's go. So the first place we went to was the brand new Team Labs Planet Biovortex, and it's basically a immersive art installation with lights and projections and music, and you kind of walk through and you kind of just experience it, and there's loads of different setups. And with this one specifically, it was borderless, so there was no signage to show you which way to go. You just kind of had to make your own way through. If you missed things, you missed things, and you could easily get lost. It was immersive because my mum ended up getting lost, and it was just me and my brother going around together because we could not find her. So yeah, it was really fun. I went in with low expectations because I didn't particularly care for the one in Tokyo. I did prefer this one, and I came out actually quite enjoying it, and I think that's because I was with my brother and we were just joking around the entire time. Then we stopped for a bite to eat, and whilst my mum and brother went to buy beauty products for his fiance, I went off and snuck into this bookstore, and it's one of my favourite ones. I went last time. It's huge. It has like a whole section of its second floor dedicated to just English books, like from romance to political science. They have everything. It's amazing. And they have quite a good selection as well. So yeah, I absolutely loved it. It's so much fun, like looking through all the shelves and seeing if there's any covers that I want. But I ended up only buying one thing, and it was my brother's husband or something like that. It's like a manga. It was really cute. I read it. It was good. And here's all the American Rick Ridens, and I love the American covers. The artwork is just so beautiful. Anyway, I'll let you get on with this. We went over to Kiyomizu-dera temple, and visually it was absolutely stunning. The views were divine, like bright blue skies. You could see everything. The mountains far off in the background, all the building details on the buildings. It was absolutely stunning views. The temple itself was so historic and so unique, with the platforms built on stilts. It was literally on the stilts on the side of a hill of this gorgeous, luscious green rainforest almost. However, it was very, very busy, full of tourists. And hey, I know I'm one of those tourists, I'm part of the problem, but there were so many people and it was so crammed, and it does really ruin the atmosphere of it, and I can't imagine what the locals think of that. But yeah, it's just ram-packed. It got so busy that our taxi up was just like, hey, can you get out now? Because we're literally not going to be moving, so you may as well walk the rest of the way. It was so busy and it was horrible. It was crammed full of people and there was so much. It wasn't great, the atmosphere, but the views were worth it. And then we ended the day off right by going to Arishiyama to go see the bamboo forest. We saw it last time, but this time we went and saw it at night time because we found out that there was this kind of light show art installation in it where they had put in a bunch of kind of bamboo shoots that they've carved up into different formations, and they created different things out of the bamboo. And we were like, yeah, let's go see that in the dark. And it was absolutely beautiful. Definitely worth the very long wait that we had in the queue, because we hadn't bought tickets and we didn't know where to get the tickets, and then people get pointed at this line, so we kind of just stood in line and hoped that it was the ticket line, and it ended up being the ticket line. So yeah, we made it in. But here is the beautiful bamboo forest at night. Okay, so that was day 4, 5, wherever we're at. I am feeling so tired. We've had so many early starts that I'm just like, but that was the end of the Kyoto day, and it was quite fun. I enjoyed it. There were some things where I was like, on, but for the most part, I actually really enjoyed the day. It was really lovely. The Team Last Planet, I wasn't actually that excited for. It was mainly my mum that was really excited for it. And then we came out of it and she hated it. The whole theme of the art installation, it's like interactive art, and the whole theme of this one was like borderless and vortex, so you kind of get lost. There's no clear markings for where the artworks start. You just kind of wander around and you find things. And she didn't like that because she got lost and agitated. So me and my brother ended up losing her. She kind of wandered off. So it was just me and my brother going around, and we quite enjoyed it. And we were the ones going, yeah. She was like, yeah. And then we came out, she was like, and we were like, it was really good. We went to a cafe beforehand, and it was like this really like small local one, 2 tables, run by this old couple, and it was so cute because there was another old man came in, obviously didn't have room in his apartment for a piano, and he started playing the piano, so he clapped him every time he finished a song. It was so cute, and that was really sweet. And it's like 500 yen for like a plate of food. It wasn't like a big plate of food, but it's still really good. It's like £2 per person, so that was really sweet. And then we went into town. I went to my bookshop that I really like. I love that bookshop in Kyoto because it has like a whole corner of the second floor. It's just English books. That was a really good selection. I didn't buy too much this time. I bought the my brother's husband or something like that. I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I bought that one, but I didn't actually buy anything else. I was tempted to buy those alternative American covers to Trials of Apollo. I really was, but I held back. I said I don't need another copy. And then we went to, what was the name, Kizimidera or something like that, the temple with the built on the stilts. It was so crowded. Like last time I came to Japan, we came like peak heat season, so there was like no one out because it was too hot. And now we've come like peak tourist season, I think, because the street were rammed and it was not pleasurable at all. There was so many people, like you could not move. You couldn't swing your arms out to either side because there's just so many people around. So it was awful, but the temple itself was very pretty and I like seeing the stilts. I just wish I could have seen it with less than 1 million people on them. You know what I mean? And I know that I'm one of those people. I'm part of the problem, but yeah. It's a bit different from last time we came. Then after that, we went over to Arishiyama again and we saw the bamboo forest in night time. We had to wait in this massive queue. Luckily we were kind of at the front and we kept having people come up to us and go English and then asking us what the queue was for, which was funny. Like we had like 7 different lots of people ask us and we were like, how? Stop asking us, leave us alone. We were trying to come up with different things to say, but we're all just too anxious to lie. Like I was really wanting to be like, oh, we're just like queuing, we're English, and or like, oh, this is for the toilets, just to wind people up. But we ended up just telling them, oh, it's the tickets and the light show anyway. But yeah, we ended up going to the bamboo and light show, which was on. It was really cool, quite small. I don't think it was worth the wait. We waited for about half an hour and it was literally just like a circle of lights in the forest. It was really clever how they'd made it all really talented, but it wasn't worth the wait, and we were all starving as well. But I enjoyed it as I was going around, but I was like, I can't believe we waited so long for that. And then we got some nice food, and then we headed back to Osaka, and the taxi driver that we had at one point didn't know how to use his brakes. He kept pressing them, and it's made me and my brother feel sick. That's why I'm like, right now. Because it was just constantly like, and it's just, but no, I enjoyed today. I wish we could have spent a bit more time in Kyoto because it is my second favourite of the 3 main cities, I think, although Osaka's really getting up there. But yeah, I really enjoyed today. Team Mars Planet was surprisingly good. The bamboo forest was a delight to see again, and yeah, I'll leave it there. Let's go on to the next day. Tomorrow we've got another early start, and then we're heading to Tokyo, which I'm very excited to see Tokyo again, especially Shibuya with all the shops. Okay, now we're on to day 5 of our Japan trip. We've got 2 days left and we spent them in Tokyo, or the Tokyo area I should say, because tomorrow we're going to be in Mount Fuji. But for day 5 we went to Tokyo because it was one of the places my brother, when we were planning the trip, said he would really like to have say he'd been, and although me and my mum have been there extensively, last time we went all over. We were there for a whole week, so we were kind of like, it wasn't on our radar, but then when my brother said he wanted to go, we were like, yeah, fair enough, let's take him, let's let him have the experience as well. So we went to Tokyo on the bullet train and we booked in a hotel in Shinjuku, so we didn't really stay in Shinjuku last time, or like a busy area. We stayed at Nikibarukuru or something like that, whatever it was called, and yeah, so it was a bit different from last time, and we got a bit more of the nightlife and we were able to go out and all the arcades and stuff, which was really cool. But yeah, we went to Tokyo for the day. We went to the Shibuya crossing again. We went to the Tokyo Skytree, which we didn't go to last time, and then we went to Shinjuku. I can't remember if there's anything else to mention, but Shinjuku I actually really enjoyed. Like, I'd love to go back to Shinjuku and just spend a whole week there, because there's so many like arcades and the kind of restaurants, and it's like the nightlife area of Tokyo, and I'm like, I definitely want to go back again at some point because it was just so fun. And I kept winning things. And I never, ever win things in arcades unless it's like the 2p machines that you get at like Skegness or whatever. I never win things. So I was shocked when I was on like this roll. I don't know if they're meant to be won or whatever, but like there were some like ones that you definitely should be winning, but I just kept winning things and I was like, oh my god, what is going on? And it made the whole night enjoyable. I got lots of gaps on. It was really enjoyable. But let's get into the footage of Tokyo and I'll put some more voice notes in if I have anything to explain. Let's get into the footage of Tokyo, the world's biggest city. Let's go. So the first thing we did was go to Shibuya Crossing, and now we went to this little bakery there and it was really cute. And then our plan was to go to this observation deck, which we went to last time, because it has really good views and it's just kind of a chill, relaxing environment as well. You just buy a drink and that's how you enter. And they've done it up a lot in the like 2 years since we last came, and there's like sofas and stuff up there now. And yeah, Shibuya is just a really fun place, very busy, very lively. It gives you good atmosphere of like what Tokyo is like in the busy areas, and I think it's really cool. I really liked it. And look at all these people. Also revisited the Nintendo store, which was extremely busy, but my brother wanted to come, so we saw the Mario and Animal Crossing stuff. I also found out that I am taller than Zoro from One Piece, which is kind of disappointing, and also all of the My Hero Academia kids, so yeah. So then we went to the Tokyo Sky Tree. Now this was the tallest building in Tokyo, I believe, and boy do you get some amazing views. Like the views from the top, if you were on a sunny day, are absolutely phenomenal. You can see all the way to the horizon, and you can really tell that this is the biggest city in the world, because the city stretches all the way to the bloody horizon. It's crazy. and you get, like I said, such clear views, and you can see other people just going about their lives. And yeah, it was breathtaking up there, and it was one of the best like views in the city that you can get. Like, it's absolutely amazing. However, the actual organization, there were long queues. There was kind of like a crush to get out because there's only like 3 elevators, and there was this massive queue, and there was no queue control, so we were all just getting crammed together. And at one point you were forced to walk over the glass floor even if you didn't want to, because it was so crammed. So yeah, that could have been managed a bit better with the amount of people going up. But yeah, it was absolutely rammed. But I think the views, they were worth it, honestly. For the uncomfort of the masses, I think the views were worth it.
Hi, welcome to some vlog. We're in Tokyo right now, and we are going back to the hotel. Love you all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So I went for a wander by myself to go find the bookstore where I spent a lot of my money, because it's the last 2 days. I thought I'd spend up, and I bought a bunch of gay manga and books. So yeah, it was just me walking around, looking at all the lights and all the different shops and all the different arcades, and I started winning little prizes, and it was a lot of fun. Then I went back, met up with my mother and my brother. We went out for some ramen, and then me and my mum went out and continued on our little arcade spree and just kept winning things. It was brilliant. It was one of my favourite nights ever. It was absolutely brilliant. Okay, I was just randomly having a go on this, and I somehow won this. I don't even know what this is. It's some kind of dragon. And I won it. In the glass. Oh, I did that. is the final day in Japan for this part of the holiday, and we decided to go back to Mount Fuji. This is the third time me and my mum have been, and let's just say the view does not get better because, yeah, the first time we went, we got clear skies. It was stunning. The second time we went, it was cloudy, but you could still kind of see the outline of it. And then the third time we went, you could not even see. You wouldn't even know there was a mountain there. Like, it was so cloudy. It was such a wasted day. But we still have fun regardless, and we made jokes about it. So although we didn't quite see it from afar, we did see the peak of it. The clouds parted as we were going up, and we were lucky enough to see kind of the nice red auburn top of the mountain, and it was really pretty. No snow on it yet. And yeah, it was a really fun day regardless, but it was kind of disappointed that we couldn't see the actual view of Mount Fuji when we were down like near Lake Kawaguchi and stuff like that. But yeah, let's get into the last day of the Japan trip. How sad. But the next thing to come is China, so it's only hopefully gonna go up. So let's have a blast on this last set of footage. I don't really know what I'm saying at this point. Enjoy the footage. I'll again put voice notes in if I have any stories to tell. But yeah, let's go. So the first place we went to may seem a bit familiar. It was the Kyoto Pagoda, where you can see Mount Fuji with the pagoda in front of you. It's where all the famous photos are taken. And the first time we went here, I didn't realise you had to go up an extra set of stairs to see the pagoda like view. And I've always been so annoyed. So this time I made sure to go up those stairs, but it didn't matter because you could not even see Mount Fuji. It was so cloudy, you can't even tell there's a mountain there. But hey, at least I actually went up the set of stairs this time, and I have a sense of fulfillment. Here again, and this time I am going to go to the platform. I'm going to do it. Even though you can't see Mount Fuji today, I'm going up. We made some matcha next to Lake Kawaguchi. It's not my favourite section of the day, as I was hoping to go back to the rest stop we went to last time where you got all the nice ice cream and the nice views. Instead, we were at some random shop on the side of the street next to the river, which was kind of disappointing. But hey, the river still looked nice and we saw people on their boats. And there is the peak of Mount Fuji, just there. We can actually see it now. also revisited Osaka, which is like an old village. You can see the thatched roofs and the spinning wheel, except there is obviously a lot of tourist stuff and a lot of shops. There's also a lot of ponds with loads of coins in and loads of koi fish. It's a nice little place. It was very busy this time around, and we entered through a different way. So we entered through this giant street of fast food and like some food stalls and stuff, and we got a Korean hot dog because they did look nice. We then headed back to Shinjuku, and I managed to convince my mum and brother to go to the bookshop one last time to spend my yen, and then we got the bullet train back to Osaka, and then we spent the night there, and then the next day we headed for our plane to go to China. So yes, this is the last day in Tokyo/Japan. I'm so sad, I want to go back already. Okay, so that was the last day that we spent in Japan before we headed over to Beijing, China. Say to subscribe and stay tuned for that video coming very, very soon as well. But yeah, that was the last day in Japan. It was such a beautiful trip again. I think it didn't quite top the wonder of my first trip to Japan, which you can watch videos on. That, like, seeing Japan for the first time and experience everything for the first time was just something I'll never forget. Like, it was an absolutely amazing experience, and I'm so grateful to have had the privilege to be able to do that, and now the privilege to go back again for a second time. It was still magical, but you can't top that first experience. But I did really enjoy this one. It was a really nice experience having more of my family there. I had my brother with me this time, so we got kind of his perspective, and I was able to live kind of vicariously through him experiencing things for the first time as well, and being like in awe of things. And yeah, it was so much fun. I learned a lot of new things as well. We had a lot of new experiences. We saw a lot of new things. We also revisited some of our favorite things as well. And yeah, it was just a whole lot of fun. So I hope that was reflected in this video and that you enjoyed this video. If you got this far, leave like a little emoji relating to Japan, like the Tokyo Tower or something, or a sunset or a cherry blossom in the comments below. I doubt people will watch this far, but if you did, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's be friends. But yeah, that was the Japan vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, comment and subscribe. If you did, comment and tell me about if you've been to Japan. Let me know what your thoughts on the country are, what your favourite parts were, what your favourite places are to go. If you haven't been, tell me somewhere that you want to go in Japan. And yeah, I wish you all the luck that you get your Japan trip sometime in the near future. I believe in you. You're going to get this Japan trip, okay? But yeah, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, which should be my vlog in Beijing, China, which will be a very different experience to this one, very exciting experience. But yeah, let's get into that. Well, let's not get into that in this video. Okay, sorry, I should, bye. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's yeah, bye.